I'm back. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm probably gonna mess up a lot because I haven't filmed in so long. So today I'm gonna be talking about my most used products while I was away in the month of March, slash I guess these would be considered my March favorites. And so yeah, let's just get into it because I feel like once I start going, I'll get a little bit more loquacious, but yeah, I am officially back and I'm going to be making new content and makeup reviews slash tutorials slash whatever the heck you want. Just ask me, I'll do it. If you're new here, my name is Kay and I try to emphasize quality over quantity with makeup consumption. I do focus mainly on higher end to luxury brands here on my channel, and I do dibbly dab into indie brands now and then. I do a lot of like themed looks and reviews. But the makeup that I purchase isn't necessarily new to the market all the time, but it is new to me now and then. So I like to emphasize using what I love and what I think other people might love because I do think that they are exceptional products, etc. You get it. That's my deal. So if you're interested in seeing what I loved in the month of March, just keep watching. So a couple of videos ago, I talked about my travel makeup bag. So I did stay in Ireland for a month, and then I was in New York for 2 weeks visiting my family, so got to do a lot of like fun things, but the weather was a lot different, so my skin just was really upset for a good bit because if you're not familiar with like any part of New York, it is, you know, quite cold, quite dry in the winter, and so my skin got really like dehydrated and cracky and just like not good. But I just want to talk about this. This is my favorite facial cream slash primer. You can cleanse your face with this, you could shave with it, you can do all kinds of stuff. This is my little travel size that I am almost out of actually, and this is the Embryolisse Lait-Creme Concentrate, and this is so lovely. It feels like moisturizing velvet. I don't know how else to describe it. It is just such a very cosmetically elegant product. They do make a fragrance-free version if you are a little more sensitive in the skin department. And the fragrance is very, I don't know how to say this without sounding offensive, but it's very French smelling. It's very like floral, clinical-esque, you know, like a grandma. Send help. So I've been using this for the past 6 weeks every day, and my skin did improve even though I was like traveling and in plane air, you know, like, you know what I mean with like plane and the plane? When you're in a plane and the air, and it's just gross. Anyway, so I have been using this for the past 6 weeks and it has helped my skin a lot. I did also, like when I was in Greece last year for a few weeks, the really arid, like desert-esque air really dried me out too. And I lean more normal oily, so to say that my skin was dry, that means my skin was dry, girl, like it was dry. This saved my skin there too, and this, I just love this so much. It's one of my favorite priming moisturizer thingies ever, and it's loved by makeup artists around the world. In my travel makeup bag video, I had a plethora of different types of concealers because I don't really use like foundations or even skin tints all that much anymore. I usually just go in with like, I just spot conceal and just call it a day. But I do suffer from a lot of redness from the autoimmune disease that I have, and so it really sits in my cheeks. Like I have a lot of heat in my face too, so it does show up in my cheeks because I am on the more fair side. And so I have like really flushed cheeks a lot, and one of my favorite things ever is a green color corrector. So green is opposite of red on the color wheel, and so they will cancel each other out. So if you suffer from redness, or if you find, like me, that there's not enough green in a lot of complexion products, cutting it with a green color corrector will help it more adequately match your skin. And so one of my favorite, I didn't put this in the video and I feel so silly, but I did take the Erborian CC Red Correct This has SPF in it. It's so cosmetically elegant. I love the way it smells. It just has like this just like clean spa kind of smell with like a tint of sunscreen, but not like gross kind of sunscreen smell. But this has kind of like a white base with green in it. And so when you first start rubbing it on your face, you're like, ooh, this might not match me, but it very quickly adapts to the color of your skin, and it just cuts out all my redness, and it's just really, really amazing, and I love it so much. And this was quite the lifesaver when my cheeks were really dry and irritated, and also I did get kind of sick towards the end of March, and I did have like my skin just looked really like sallow and patchy and just like red, just not good. And then also like from being on so many planes in such a small amount of time, I did get kind of like acne, just from like the change in weather and like not being able to like wash my face as frequently in a way. Anyways, so this helped me so much, and it's part of my new like obsession for complexion right now, which is what I call the dream team. So start with this. And then here's my little baby travel size of the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have this in the shade 2. What I like to do is take it up under my eye and then up onto the side of my face because I feel like it moisturizes and I don't need to use as much concealer under my eyes that way because I feel like it reflects light. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be just in my head. I don't know. But these two together, they will give you such a moisturized looking glowy base that's even and just absolutely stunning. And then the third thing is a newer product to me. I picked this up while I was abroad, and this is the Forever Skin Correct Concealer by Dior. I have this in the shade 0N, which is a little too light for me, but I do think that it adequately brightens my under eyes and makes me look a little more awake. I won't be able to use this in the summertime, but now that it's like entering spring and like we're coming out of winter here, it's, you know, it's very brightening, it's very nice. This is very full coverage, and it's just so full coverage. And so just a little, like a couple little dibby dabs of this all over the face, it really does the trick with just like cutting out any sort of like redness from like blemishes or just like the redness that's always in my cheeks. And it also just like brings my under eyes alive. And I think that this is such an amazing product. I am interested in getting another shade. However, they seemed like they pulled kind of pink. And then this one was actually a true neutral from what I could tell when I was in the store. But unfortunately it is a little too light, but not, you know, stark white on me. Like I can make it work. But anyways, the Dior Forever Skin Correct, very, very full coverage, but very, very efficient. Next March favorite is also new to my makeup collection. I bought this for myself for my birthday while I was abroad. Well, one of the things I bought myself for my birthday while I was abroad. And it is the Chanel Spring Collection Blush and Eyeshadow Quad. And this is in the shade 957 Tendresse. And oh man, it is so beautiful. In my last video, I told you guys I would talk about this again so that you would see like more adequately like the colors and swatches and whatnot. So I'm going to do that for you today. This is such a pleasant surprise. Like I think that these blushes, they're very subtle and very light on the skin. They're not like that like crazy pigment. Chanel has a customer base where they expect light washes of color that are natural and easy to use, very user-friendly type of formulas. And that's what you get in this. And I have this on my eyes today. I have all 4 shades on my eyes, and it just creates like this kind of like sun-kissed, like natural, not too pink, not too brown. It's very like neutral, beautiful, effortless. Yeah, I think that this is just, I love it. So I went ahead and swatched them so you can see the differences in the shades here. This is the darkest, this is the more like peachy highlight, this is the darker peach, and then this is the kind of tawny brownish nude. that's on the bottom row. I think all of these colors are they're just like my favorite colors to wear, and they're just so elegant and pretty. I was really surprised how much I loved the more like purpley mauve color, because it does pull so almost brown on my skin, and I love me a brown blush. I love it. As you can see, them swatched, and this is them on my eyes. I will make another video where I am wearing this like on my face, better quality than the last video that I did because it was filmed on my phone. Really, really into this. I'm not really somebody who buys like collection makeup that's limited edition, but I just couldn't help myself. I thought that this was so beautiful and so up my alley. Another new makeup product that was a March favorite that I just could not put down at all as soon as I bought it is the Chanel Baume Essentiel multi-stick in the shade Rouge Frais. Rouge Frais. Frais? It's Rouge Frais. Frais. This is what it looks like. It is this beautiful kind of reddy pink terracotta, I don't know, but this is part of the spring collection that Chanel came out with the eyeshadow blush quad. So this is a limited edition item as well. I've always been super curious about this formula, and it makes me want all of them, like the clear balmy highlight ones, because this one leans more like a blush, but it does give you like a highlighted cheek as well. And so when you blend it out, I like to either use this with my finger or a brush. Well, I've used it with a sponge too, and it worked beautifully as well. It's very versatile, it's very beautiful. This is it blended out, as you can see. It's kind of hard to see like the kind of glowy aspect to it, but once it's on the cheek, like it's absolutely stunning. We'll do like another little swatchy poo. But I'm just so obsessed with this formula, and this color is absolutely beautiful. Man, I'm just obsessed with it. But my new favorite cheek, my new favorite cheek, take the Victoria Beckham Beauty Cheeky Posh blush in the shade Playground alongside the Chanel blush or Essentiel Balm multi. Man, these names, dude. Like, what is the name? Baume Essential Multi-Stick in the shade Rouge Frais. Like, God. These two together they just make magic, dude. Like, look at these colors. Like, what is with my hands? You can tell I haven't, like, sat in front of my camera for a while. So these two together, like, let's just do a little, like, blending kind of swatch look. I'm just, like, putting so much product on the back of my hands. But, like, that's them together. Just, oh, man. I'm gonna put this in a video for you guys so you can see. But, yeah, I love them so much. And, you know, like, travel-friendly, easy. You can just, they don't take up a lot of space. One thing I did notice while I was traveling with the Victoria Beckham Cheeky Posh blush and Playground is that my lid kept like popping off. And I would like go to reach for it and it was like this, and I'm like, if this shit dries out. But it didn't. It lasted. But that was something I noticed, which, you know, I'm like, come on, girl. I'm not gonna lie, I barely wore eyeshadow. I did. I brought like 3 glittery kind of things. Like I think I used Space Cowboy the most, which is just like, you know, my go-to every day, like don't know what to do, put that on my eyes. I used the Hourglass Scattered Light. Is it Scattered? I don't know. The Hourglass one in the shade Smoke. I used that one occasionally. I think I dipped into my Tom Ford a couple of times, but I mostly just like took my blush brush and just kind of put the Chanel on my eyes. It was really rainy when I was in Ireland, and so like there were a lot of times where I just could not be bothered to do my makeup because I would just get so like damp, moist, wet. So there were just certain days where I just like spot concealed and wore mascara, and like that was it. Like that was it. So honestly, I really didn't use my eyeshadows all that much, which is very surprising for me. My go-to like lip product, however, like I just did not ever put down Nars Laguna in the Afterglow tinted lip balm. I just love this, so it's not that surprising, but for some reason, like I was like, you know, that's easy. I don't have to think about it. I loved it. I loved it. Two products that I did finish was my Victoria Beckham Beauty Future Lash Mascara. I completely used that up, and I completely used up my Kosas Revealer Concealer, but I do have a backup of that, so it's not like gone from my collection. I have a brand new tube that I have not touched yet, and been using my Tower 28 Make Waves mascara, this beautiful, beautiful mascara that I love so much that came into my life last year, and I have not been able to put it down or not just have it. This is my second tube, I believe. And so yeah, once I finished the Victoria Beckham, I opened up this, and I've just been using this ever since. I didn't realize how many mascaras I had open at home. I'm gonna give this one a little bit of a break and give a little bit more love to my Merit mascara and my Hourglass Caution mascara that I have open. I think I have another one open too, but I don't remember what's over there. I don't know. I think it's like Glossier or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna start using those a little bit more. Okay, I think I talked about everything I want to talk about. Yeah, it wasn't really, like the past few weeks and stuff, it hasn't been very makeup heavy for me because I've just been, you know, on the go and or just like hanging out with my family and stuff like that. I did have a really wonderful moment when I was at the Bronx, New York botanical gardens. The corpse flower was there, and unfortunately it bloomed 2 days after my sister and I went, but I did get to see it, and I'll put a picture in here. It was so cool. It looked like alien lettuce, and they did have like the orchid show and stuff running at the same time. So if you are in the Bronx sometime this month, I think the orchid show runs until the middle of the month or so, but it's so worth seeing. And the Bronx, New York Botanical Gardens is 100% a place worth going if you are in the area. Me and my sister go all the time when I go home, and so it's just like our like sister like favorite place in the world and place to be together, and so that was a really wonderful time to like do that again with her. But yeah, so I was at the botanical gardens and I like looked up at the sun, and like everyone around me went, "Oh, your eyeshadow." And it was Space Cowboy. Everybody was, like a bunch of people just went, "Oh." You know, that's the goal. That's the goal with makeup. Anyways, that's all, those are my favorites for March. That's the stuff that I wore and was obsessed with. I'm excited to continue making videos, and I'm gonna do a Sephora recommendation. I'm gonna do some stuff with Hourglass. I'm gonna do makeup that I expect I'm gonna be using a lot this spring. See you then. Bye!